Hello and welcome to another episode of How You Can Do It Too. In this episode I'm going to show you how I installed a brand new brake fluid reservoir and the brake fluid reservoir lines. I already have it all removed, and I actually made a video of that, and I'll post a link to that if you want to see how I removed it. And I'm going to be replacing the metal lines. As you can see, I had metal lines and they're pretty rusted, and I'm not even going to put them back. So let's get started. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm not going to cut my line yet because I want to make sure I kind of get it up to where the brake fluid reservoir is and the master cylinder. As you can see, there's an opening here. What I want to do is kind of feed this line through it like so. And what I'm going to do is kind of pull it. I'm doing the front first. I'm going to pull it all the way down roughly where the master cylinder is, and there again I'm not going to cut it or nothing, but as you can see, let me move the camera, but I just kind of pulled it down roughly where I want it. Then what I'm going to do is, let me pan up here. That's where the brake fluid reservoir goes. And for now, I'm not going to screw it down. I'm just going to kind of put it in place, because what I want to do is I'm going to pull this line up through the bottom where the reservoir goes. This is the front one. Okay, I got it going to the front of the master cylinder. I'm going to pull it about the distance that I need. And this, I'm going to cut it approximately, where I think. I just want to make sure I got enough going down to the master cylinder. Okay, I'm going to cut the camera off. I'm going to grab my cutters. Okay, got my cutters there again. I'm going to kind of put it approximately where the master cylinder goes in, and I'm going to cut it roughly, about 3 inches up. Okay, then what I want to do is I'm going to kind of pull it back up through. The reason why I'm pulling it up through, because these things can be a little hard to, fasten on there, which I'm not going to do it yet. But that way I can really torque on. I'll probably put a little bit of lube or grease around it, make it easier to go on. And then I'll pull it down back through, line it up where the master cylinder goes, and I'm going to go ahead and put the other one in and make sure you kind of keep them, where it needs to be. Make sure it's through the first hole where the brake fluid reservoir goes, so they don't get mixed up. But I'm going to go ahead and slide the other one in the same way, and then I'll go on to the next step. Okay, I got both reservoir lines inserted. It was a little bit of bear getting it through that opening down there, but it can be done. You just got to work a little bit. And what I did, I sprayed a little bit of lube around these, made it a little easier, so I can push these onto place. And like I said, they're a little hard, but just kind of work them on and twist them on. This is exactly why I didn't screw it down into place first. This is definitely easier to get it on like this. All right. Now that I got these all pushed onto the brake line reservoir, I can pull these back on through, down, these down like so. Okay. Now I can go ahead and screw this down into place. Alright, the only thing left to do is make sure I got the right hose, make sure it's all the way up to the front of the brake fluid reservoir, and then all I'm going to do is this one will actually work right here. I'm going to push this on and here. I'm going to have to cut it a little bit off, but just cut it. Push them into place, and that's it. You got your